If I handed you $10 million today, you know what? Scratch that. $500 million today. इतना पैसा इसके साथ क्या करोगे आप exactly? Most people would buy big mansions, supercars, and never touch an Excel spreadsheet ever again because you have won the game of capitalism. The game is absolutely over. But there's a specific breed of elite Indian founders who have reached this exact milestone. And instead of going on a permanent vacation, sleeping on a very relaxing, warm beach, they wake up the very next day, rent a tiny little office, and start from scratch. You know, I have a question in my mind. Why do they voluntarily return to the brutal, high stress, and exhausting world of building a business? Why? Welcome to the channel. I'm Shlok, and today we're gonna look past the money. आज हम समझेंगे the psychological phenomena of the serial entrepreneurs and why founders leave massive ventures and build new ones. Why business isn't just a job for them, it's an addiction. So let's get into it. To understand a serial founder, we have to understand that building a company requires a completely different brain from managing one. In Silicon Valley, they call this process or the startup phase going from 0 to 1. It's pure chaos. It requires breaking rules, extreme creativity, and the fight for survival. For a certain type of brain, the high stakes environment produces insane amount of dopamine. But once that company becomes a unicorn, the game absolutely changes. You go from 1 to 100. You're no longer a pirate that roams the seas. You're an admiral who's dealing with HR disputes and board meetings. But personally, it sounds very boring. Look at Mukesh Bansal. He built Myntra into an absolute e-commerce beast. But in 2014, Flipkart bought it for over $300 million. He could have easily been a top-tier executive at Flipkart, and it would have been safe. And it is a very high-paying job. Instead, he walked away. He left the fashion industry entirely and moved on to wellness and health. He co-founded Cult.fit, which is now valued at over $2 billion, which is absolutely insane. But people thought he was insane. But Mukesh did not want to manage an empire. He was addicted to the 0 to 1 dopamine. He wanted the thrill to solve completely new problems. And today, Cult.fit is a massive unicorn of its own. Now this brings us to the second philosophical drive, the fluke anxiety. Behind the extreme confidence of every successful founder, there lies a terrifying and quiet question. Am I actually a genius? Or was I just lucky? When your first company succeeds, it's often a mix of being at the right place, the right time, and being with the right team. To a highly analytical founder, a sample size of 1 means nothing. Going from company X and starting company Y is the ultimate scientific test to prove themselves that their success is based on a repeatable formula and not just a fluke. Enters Kunal Shah. In 2010, he co-founded FreeCharge, completely revolutionizing digital payments in India. He sold it to Snapdeal for over $400 million. Again, a huge sum of money. But Kunal is a student of human psychology. He had a thesis that if you reward high trust and credit-worthy individuals, you can build massive and profitable ecosystems. He didn't just write a blog about it. He built CRED to test his hypothesis. He put his reputation on the line to prove that he understood the consumer behavior better than anyone else. And today, CRED is valued at over $6 billion. And Kunal proved his first win wasn't just a fluke. It was a proper framework. If you play video games, you might know the feature called New Game Plus. After you beat the game, you do start from level 1, but you have all your maxed out weapons and skills. Now, when a founder builds the second company, they're playing New Game Plus. The friction drops to 0. To see this in action, look at the biggest news in the Indian startup space. Aman Gupta. Aman built Boat into an absolute titan of the audio industry. Looking at the rapid growth of Boat, Aman had beat the game. Even after such extreme success, Aman stepped down from his day-to-day operations as a CMO. He transitioned to a non-execution role, and then on March 3rd, 2026, he announced his brand new venture, OffBeat Studios. He tweeted, "I'm still hungry, still impatient, and still driven." Aman 2.0 begins soon. But why did he leave the operational peak of boat? Because he didn't want to be a corporate administrator of a publicly listed company. He wanted the rush of the build. And this time he enters the market with the new Game Plus advantage: unlimited capital, brand trust, and maxed out skill tree. Ultimately, the motivation between company X and company Y is completely different. Your first company is usually built for survival, to escape the rat race, for creation of wealth, and most important, to prove to yourself to the world. The second company, that is for legacy, because these founders already have generational wealth. Their personal downsides have been permanently capped, and they can never go broke. So this freedom allows them to take massive and ridiculous swings. They aren't trying to build a feature anymore. They're trying to shift culture, change industries, and redefine the entire ecosystem. Serial entrepreneur proves one very specific thing: that business is not just an economic vehicle, it's an entire identity. Once you wire your brain to look at the world at a series of broken systems waiting to be solved, you cannot just go and sit on a beach and relax. Keep building. I'm Shlok, and if this breakdown changed the way you look at business, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.